As always, we focus on the biggest developments of the day. Now, viewers, just look at the three visuals on the screens and give them a thought. There are sackfuls of money that the ED says are proceeds of crime. There is a mantri allegedly linked to this haul but has tried to dodge arrest by falsely claiming that he was sick a few days ago. His alleged associate is jubilant and is basking in the afterglow of the alleged ill-gotten wealth. These visuals have sensationally come together as the ED recovered cash allegedly from a second residence of Arpita Mukherjee late last night. It took them so long to count the money, viewers, that it seemed for a moment that the trove of cash was limitless. They say all that glitters is not gold. In this case, the adage certainly rang true. Cash mountains of glittering cash emerged with outrageous regularity from the home of Arpita Mukherjee, an ED-designated close aide of Mamta's minister Partha Chatterjee. With each sackful of cash recovered by the Enforcement Directorate, the questions to Mamta Banerjee and her party on their inaction and silence became harder to ignore. After 5 days of burying their head in the sand, I will now draw your attention, viewers, to another set of visuals. After 5 days of burying their head in the sand and accusing the Enforcement Directorate of a witch hunt, it appears that the proverbial penny, or in this case the paisa, dropped in TMC minds. Today, in a surprise move, Mamta Banerjee not only sacked Partha Chatterjee from his post, but the party also suspended him. What has proved to be Partha's undoing? That in the last 5 days, the party has done a somersault. Could it have been his aide's alleged confession to the Enforcement Directorate? Now, this is what Arpita is thought to have told the Enforcement Directorate. She is thought to have told the ED, and let's see this on the screens, viewers. The cash recovered by the Enforcement Directorate belongs to Partha Chatterjee. Partha's men would come and dump money in the rooms of my flat. Partha used to come and check the money kept in the rooms. He knew that money was kept but didn't know about the amount. Didn't have access to rooms, she says, where money was kept because it was always under lock and key. The total value of the seizure, viewers, is 55 crores 43 lakhs. Gold alone is worth 5 crores. Viewers, this money has been seized in at least 3 caches. But the real tragedy here is that this money, if the ED is to be believed, has been linked to kickbacks taken to fix teacher appointments. In other words, if the allegations are true, this mantri, as even the High Court has adjudicated, was ready to jeopardize the future of India's children by paving the way for the appointment of substandard teachers by taking kickbacks. This is the allegation. This is a clear mockery of the principle of merit, the cornerstone of a democracy. This mockery doesn't end here. Even the ordinary Indian, the Manush, is being mocked, viewers. Let's look at the cold statistics. At a time when you and I are paying higher EMIs, more for our food and fuel, the mantri had allegedly amassed assets to the tune of crores to ease the burdens of his life. How unfair is that, viewers? How contemptuous is that of the public you are appointed to serve? If it weren't for the ED, Partha's alleged indiscretions would have gone unnoticed. In fact, since the implementation of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act in 2005, the Enforcement Directorate has identified close to 1 lakh crore as proceeds of crime from different, powerful, rich, entitled folk in this country. To put things in perspective, We had just $2 billion American dollars in our forex reserves before liberalization in 1991. Rupees 1 lakh crore, ladies and gentlemen, is more than 5 times the economy of Bhutan. Rupees 1 lakh crore is the equivalent of food subsidy in India for almost 450 million people. More than 35% of the country's population. Rupees 1 lakh crore can provide employment to almost 6 crore households under Manrega. Rupees 1 lakh crore is adequate to feed 1 billion children in a year, as it amounts to 10 times the budgetary allocation of the PM Poshan or midday meal scheme. The opposition, the Congress, the BJP has of course slammed the belated action by the TMC on its minister, saying that it's a post facto admission of guilt. It has also demanded to know whether Mamta's and her party's attack on the ED were motivated and intended to discredit the agency because it was closing in on corruption by its top leaders.